$50 giveaway to open the video. Comment who I should take in Survivor this week. I've made it to week 4 of Circa Survivor. You guys saw me join the contest. $1,000 to win $15 million last man standing competition. So far, I have 2 entries out of my 3 that I started with left. And the teams that I've taken in the first entry, I took the Jaguars, then I took the Cardinals, then I took the Seahawks in week 3. So if you remember how the contest works, you have to use the team once and then you can't use them again for the rest of the NFL season. In my second entry, the only difference is I had the Broncos in this one in week 1 instead of the Jaguars. And now this week, the biggest spread on the board is the Buffalo Bills. I haven't used the Bills yet, but they do have a relatively easy schedule coming up, and they are one of the best teams. A lot of people used Buffalo last week against Miami. I think about 3,000 people. There's about 11 or 12,000 people left. I think 15,000 signed up. That's why the prize pool is $15 million. Circa doesn't take any rake on this contest, which is really cool. So let's see what else we have here. Thursday Night Football, Seahawks, Cardinals. I already used Arizona. That's a tough game. Steelers, Vikings. That's a very tough game. Probably going to stay away. Patriots, Carolina. That's an intriguing game. Because if you can somehow take a team like New England at home when they're -5, you're probably not going to get many opportunities to take New England again in the future. They probably play the they do play the Jets twice, but that's a divisional opponent. Carolina is probably one of the easiest games you're going to get there. Chargers, Giants. I don't like to take too many road teams. Coming west from east is another disadvantage for the Chargers. I'll probably stay away there. Buffalo, I might take Buffalo in 1 and maybe gamble with New England in 1, but let's keep going over the games. Buffalo is pretty much an automatic win. They're -16, but you do want to save the good teams for the end. The one thing about Buffalo is Christmas and Thanksgiving are the 2 times where there's a short week, and Buffalo does not play on either of those weeks. So you do want to save them, but they also don't play on those weeks. Those weeks are only 3 games. I think the Chiefs play twice. The Eagles are on one of them. Green Bay's on one of them. So you got to be careful of that as well. If you're not in Circa Survivor, you can look up the rules. I'll post them below in the description so you can see all the rules for this contest. I'm using a little bit of lingo, but you can figure it out. Also, these lines I'm looking at right now are Bovada. If you want to sign up for Bovada, I put a link below to all the sports books I'm affiliated with, Bovada, and there's a bunch of others. They all got good promotions, first-time deposits, quick and easy payouts. This is Bovada. I got a bunch of others. If you want to get that, the links are below in the description. Let's keep going with these NFL games. Bucks, Eagles, that's 2 of the best teams in the NFC. Definitely staying away. Texans, Titans, that's an interesting game. Houston is 0-3. They're -7 against Tennessee at home. It is a divisional game. Tennessee's been really poor this season, but I do think Cam Ward's pretty solid and he's going to get it going eventually. But this is an option to take right there, although I'd probably feel more comfortable taking New England. You got Washington against Atlanta. Nobody's going to touch that one. Indy against the Rams. I don't see any reason to touch that one. Jags, Niners, that's tough. Bears, Raiders, that's tough. Packers -7 coming off a loss against Cleveland. Dallas, they played the Giants week 2. I don't remember. Last week they played the Bears. They haven't been playing great. Against the Eagles, they did play well. That's a road team. A lot of people are probably going to take Green Bay if they still have them. I mean, if they still have them, they're in, because last week was their only loss. So maybe Green Bay. Jets, Dolphins, that's tough. And then you got the Broncos at home, -7 against Browning. Dominant defense for Denver. So you got Denver, potentially, Houston, Bills. It is a pretty tough week for people who didn't use Buffalo. A lot of them are probably going to have to go with New England, or you would think Denver or Houston. But for me, I do have Buffalo. I don't know. I usually lock in the picks pretty early. Last week I had Seattle in both. Taking Buffalo is an automatic win, but I still haven't decided. Let me know in the comments below what you would do if you're me with my entries using the teams I've used. Do you think I should just take Buffalo in both? Should I take New England? Should I sprinkle Houston? Let me know. Right now, I'm leaning taking Buffalo in one and New England in one. New England's -5 at home against Carolina. Carolina beat Atlanta last week. Atlanta's not that good. I don't think Michael Penix is going to be that great. But there's always value betting on all these teams. But the beauty of Survivor, you just got to get them on the money line and win each week on the money line and keep surviving. Buffalo and New England is what I'm leaning right now. Let me know what you would do if you were me. Survivor Week 4.